Hi, I'm Shantal Taylor. Welcome to Shining Stars. So excited about today's episode. We will be interviewing and hearing the heart of a wonderful shining star in the Zion community, Officer Matt Thornton of the Zion Police Department. He's a shining star because he does great things helping the young people in our community and having a heart for all. So, Matt, hey, thank you for being here today. We appreciate being able to hear your heart when it comes to being an officer at this time when police officers all over the world are just on the spot here in America. But what we are looking forward to hearing from you today is not only what it's like to be a police officer, but to be able to share with those that are watching what it really means to be patrolling day to day and having a heart for the community. And you yourself, you mentor up to 75 youth every week, every Friday night. We want to hear what it is like to be you.
I'm honored to be here.
Yes, yes. So just kind of share with us, what did you do before you became a Zion police officer 11 years ago?
Yes, I worked at a warehouse. I was a fork truck driver, and then I got a job at Abbott Labs in a chemical plant.
Okay.
Never aspired, never went to college or the military or anything like that. I never aspired to do this.
Sure, sure.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would become a cop. But a couple of my friends are officers, and I saw an ad in the paper. It might have been on the internet or the paper or something, and for Zion. So I was like, let's just take the test and see what happens. What can I lose?
You took the test, and you were sharing with us how you were last on the list and
Yes.
never even imagined that it would happen for you, but hey, it happened. And just share with us what it's been like.
I was very last on the list. I'll never forget that. But just to make the list, I was honored.
That's right.
And I'm still actually the only one left from that list.
Okay.
From my list here. It's been an experience. It's been a wild ride. Being a police officer you never really know what you get into until you got the
Right.
uniform on
Right.
and you see the daily things that we see.
Right, right. And I would like to share with those watching, the city of Zion has approximately 25,000 people, and it is considered an urban city. And so even just going with today's statistics, numbers, not getting into a whole bunch, but so far we've already had approximately 5 drive-by shootings. We've had 1 police officer involved shooting. And it is really a tough time out there. And to have Officer Thornton with us here today to share what it's like to be a police officer is going to be great to be able to help us as citizens, because of course I'm a citizen of Zion as well, but help us to understand what it's like to be you, to get in that car, not knowing what's going to happen from day to day, and to be able to show up and do a great job, keeping a smile on your face, and then knowing you mentor youth on Friday nights, every single Friday night. What is that like?
The daily grind of being an officer is the good thing about this job, I guess you could say, it sets you apart from factory work I used to do. You never know what you're going to see.
Right.
We could sit here all day and I can go over dangerous situations I've been in and other situations where I've been able to help people. I'm honored, like, that God will put me in this position.
That's awesome.
That I do have the ability to touch lives. It can get stressful, and it wears you down day to day. See, I grew up here. I went to Zion High School, and I know so many people in the community.
Right.
It can be hard at times, but I'm honored to do it.
Right. You're honored to do it because you know that at the end of the day, it will make a difference.
Yes, yes. I like to think that, yes, I can have the power to step in and change somebody's life.
That's right. That's right.
Or step in and protect somebody's life.
Right.
And I'm glad to do it.
Right. And also one of the things I would like to just, bring up is that how you take the time to get to know the young people. You might see them on the street, you might see them, later on, during the week in your program that you do. It's called My Father's Business.
Yes.
I love that name, All About My Father's Business.
Yes, I just thought of that one day from a song actually I heard.
That's
Yes.
awesome, because we are about our Father's business when
Yes.
you do see yourself as on a special assignment, and and I love the way you see yourself. You see those youth in the street, and then you have an opportunity not only to have them know you as a police officer, but then you give them hope when you take the time to mentor them. You invite them to your
Yes.
church. We're in the gymnasium. One Friday evening, you guys play basketball, you have a meal, and then you share some good news with them. Is
Yes,
that right?
absolutely. Yes.
That's awesome.
So I became a Christian 2 years ago,
Okay.
and my pastor,
Congratulations.
my pastor has been on me. He's like Pastor George from Wesley Church.
Okay, and that's in Waukegan?
That's in Waukegan, yes,
Okay.
yes. He's been asking me, you need to try to start something with the youth, because you're like a public figure, and they would probably, they might listen to you.
That's right.
So I was really nervous about that, because I was new at this. I just became a Christian. I was like a baby. And
Wow.
one Friday night, I've been thinking about doing it for a long time, and it started off with 5 kids, my son and a couple of his friends. So it was like, okay, we'll do this for a couple of weeks. And
Sure.
and it just has exploded. Their friends told other friends told other friends, and then the word hit the street of Zion, and now we have anywhere from 40 to 70 kids on any given Friday. And
Wow.
my brother-in-law's had to come in to help me, because it's kind of hard to, I call it my organized chaos there. So we play ball, I get them Little Caesars pizza, mostly Little Caesars every week.
Sure.
We get donations now of cookies and chips and water and
Okay.
stuff. But the most important thing we do there, we take halftime. We call it halftime.
Okay.
It's when I just open up and we'll talk about practical things. We talk about the gospel. The main focus is the gospel, because my main
Yes.
goal is to reach their hearts.
Sure.
Because only God can turn your heart of stone into a heart of flesh.
Right.
And my main goal for that is to change eternities.
That's right. To change the outcome that some of the kids may be looking
Yes.
at had they not heard the special message that they have the opportunity to come and hear at your program.
Yes, that's the main goal. I mean,
That's
so
awesome.
I invite them over. I kind of lure them in we can play basketball. I love
Sure.
it, and they get me out there to play with them sometimes too. And we eat, but that's the main goal. Is
Okay.
that's what keeps me motivated.
Okay, that's outstanding.
Yeah, one story I was going to share about that. This is really what drives me. Early on when I started doing this, I took every kid that came in my gym one-on-one. I took them out and I gave them 2 questions. I said, do you believe in God? And every single one, it was unanimous. They all believed, said, yeah, I believe in God.
And
then I
these
said-
are some kids that kind of could look really rough around the
Yes,
edges,
oh yes,
too.
yes. I mean, we get kids from all walks of life in there.
Fantastic.
All Zion kids from the poorest to the most
Sure.
popular. We've had
Okay.
some superstars come in.
Very nice.
And the second question I presented them with was, so how do you go to heaven? And what motivates me is, out of all them kids, I'd say it was in the 40s that took the poll on. Only like 3 of them knew the answer to that.
Okay,
So that's what lights my fire.
to help them know
Yes.
and to help them understand.
Yes.
Now, can you just share with us, Officer Matt? I'd like to just change it up a little bit. Now I'm talking to Officer Matt. When you're out there rolling, on duty, and you run into, a kid that might kind of have, possibly, you don't know what he's in the process of, but you're out there, you have to talk to him. You may even have to detain him. After you've done your officer's duties, do you ever kind of minister?
Oh, all the time. All the
You
time.
have an opportunity to
Yes.
just kind of share your heart and say, hey, there's a better way and things like that?
Yes, I try to every chance I get to be able to just sneak it in there. I was hurting just like you when I was a kid.
Oh, that's
I was
awesome.
an angry young man too.
Yes.
I've been in trouble too.
Right.
And so I look for any opportunity that I can sneak in there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because what God has done in my heart is He's put the Holy Spirit. I can't help but just have love for everybody.
That's so beautiful.
And God loves the poorest person on the street corner the same as He loves the President of the United States.
That's right.
And it's not His will that anyone should perish.
That's right.
He wants all to come to Him. So I see it that way.
That's beautiful.
I minister a lot. Actually, Pastor George keeps me supplied with a sack of Bibles in the back of my squad.
Oh.
I give those out all the time.
Fantastic. And so now, with, everything that's happening in Zion, like I said, we've had some very scary situations happen lately when it comes to just all these drive-bys that are, happening. We've got drive-bys, we've got, different things that can make the average citizen feel so uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you also think about citizens and what's going on and how some people will have that us against them mentality, can you just help Zion citizens as well as, across, the nation, help people understand that it's people like you with not only, because I know some officers even have, carry teddy bears in the trunks of their cars. I mean, it's all kinds of great things that people just really don't understand that you do to help children and to help people. But can you just help us in the Zion community, help us understand that, yes, we've had some hard times this year. We've had some, no doubt, some real hard times. But can you just help us understand that it's not a us against them, but we're all just hoping for good days, safe days, and to see our families at the end of the day as an officer too. That's how you feel?
Yes, absolutely. Some of the things that happened lately in Zion, we've had worst case scenarios.
Yes.
And everybody here, we're broken up about it.
I believe it.
And it just doesn't stop at one big incident. These things have been continuing.
Right.
The thing with us is there's not anyone here that wouldn't lay their life down for a citizen. That's what we signed up for.
That's what you signed up for.
And personally speaking, I don't know if I'm going to come home any day that I come to work.
I understand.
And I do it willingly. And I love Zion. I love everybody in Zion. It's my hope and dream and prayer.
That's right.
We had talked about that earlier, that God can change. He's known throughout biblical history. He can change cities. He can change nations. He can change the hearts of men.
That's right.
That's what I pray for on a daily basis.
For.
And we have so many people around Zion, officers, citizens, local leaders like yourself, that are continuing to in prayer.
Right. And one of the things I'd like for all the viewers to know, serving the past 19 years of my life as a 911 police emergency dispatcher, I can't tell you some of the most scariest times is when I have to dispatch an officer to shots fired, or a family, just the whole family is at a house fighting or something, and everyone else is running out and wanting safety. And here I'm dispatching an officer that's putting his life on the line because everyone else is laying and running for cover. But we're dispatching an officer to help bring order and to help bring protection. And just as you've heard Officer Matt share, that he doesn't know. His hope is to come home every day, but every day when he puts on his uniform, we don't know. He does not know what to expect. But Officer Matt, I want to tell you thank you. I want to tell you thank you for being willing to put your best foot forward every day. Thank you for being willing to help save a life, even one day it may cost you your life, but you're willing to do that.
Yes, absolutely.
But even in the midst of all that, can you just help us understand, we don't want the us against them mentality in Zion, or even where we see different things happening across this world.
Yes.
Help us understand why you are a police officer and why you're looking forward to another 11 years to make it successful and a good thing for us in Zion and beyond. Just help us understand that.
Well, understanding that it's really humbling that I have been given the opportunity and the power to actually make a difference, to save a life, to bring order and peace. That's our main goal, and that's what we live for. That's what we wake up every day to do. I know there's always a few incidents and that you see, and it's very visible nowadays of officers doing things that they shouldn't be doing. My goal is actually to shine a light.
There you go.
And stuff like that, it really, people don't understand that makes us angry too.
Right.
When we see things that are negative, that other, I mean, it's every day you look on Facebook, it's a new cop doing another thing they shouldn't be doing.
Because it's more good officers than there are bad officers.
I want people to understand that makes us angry too.
Right.
Like, what is this guy doing?
You
what
hurt
are you
as
thinking?
well.
Yes, we want it eradicated as well.
Right.
I always tell people around, we should act like we're on camera 24 hours a day anyway. That's how you're supposed to do your job.
Exactly.
That's what we want. We just want peace, and we love the community.
I believe it. And well, it shows, again, you've started this wonderful, ministry. It can be considered a ministry, it can be considered an organization, but it's basically an outlet to help youth be understanding of a better way. Yes. And it's my father's business.
Yes.
I love that, and I love I love the mentality that you have where you just want to make it better for others, and you're not just looking at them in their present sense, but you're looking at them in their future.
Yes, absolutely.
And that is good.
When I see all the kids that come from Zion, I don't see young men that have the possibility of being in trouble, or young men that have I see doctors, I see lawyers. I just want the best for these kids, and
right.
And I'm just honored that God would actually use me
That's right.
to spread a message. I mean, I always tell my kids to change the culture, because this culture is flipped totally around. Good is evil, evil is good in today's culture. These kids have to grow up with way more temptations and stuff than we did. I tell them to change the culture. You got to change your heart, which is only one way, through Jesus Christ, and then change the people directly around you, and then it just spreads. You change yourself, it's going to change your brother. It's going to change the people you hang out with. Then it just spreads.
Right, right.
That's what I always preach to them. Let's change the culture.
That's good. That's good. So now, outside of being a team player on the Zion Police Department force, can you just share with us some other hobbies that you do that just make you who you are as, the great shining star that you are? What is some thing, I know you were sharing how you like to box. That's one of your part-time things that you like to do. But you really have a heart to give back, and I know it's so many areas.
Yes, I actually was, believe it or not, I was a starting point guard for Don Close, Zion Benton ZBs back in the day, back when I was
awesome.
93, yes.
Wow.
So I love the hoop still. They drag me out on the court once in a while. My knees are getting bad, though. You can only do that so long. I'm going to be 40 this year.
Wow.
I played semi-pro football until a couple years ago. I had an injury, and then I took up boxing full-time.
Wow.
My boxing coach is actually Coach Danny. He's a world-class guy. He actually one of the people that helped lead me to Christ. And it really helps. Actually, I use it practically out on the street sometimes too. I show these kids, and they see, oh, you know how to box. So I'll show them some combinations, as long as they don't use it on each other. I'll show them some combinations, and we always screw around with them out on the street. And I think the kids, the young men especially, I mean, who doesn't like?
They appreciate.
Yeah, they really appreciate that, and they enjoy when I come around.
So they have an opportunity to see you as Officer Matt, as a big brother.
Yes, absolutely. That's what I try to be to someone. Because I know there's some of them that they don't have an authority figure to look up to.
Right.
And they cling to me. A lot of them, they'll cling to me. They see me coming, hey, man, they wave down, and I just love it. It humbles me.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I give all the glory to God who made all this possible for me.
Right. For you to be a shining light for others, and for you to help just, pave the way as we, move forward in the future. We're right in the middle of summertime, and summertime, just kind of, is a real big time that we want to stay focused and keep people and families safe.
Yes.
So
summertime, I always see it's busier, obviously, because there's kids are out
of school.
And it's nice out.
Right. Well, Officer Matt, you have been able to show us how you are definitely well-rounded in what you do and who you are as an individual. And one of the things I always like to do is, because the Shining Stars is a show to help people understand near and far, it's about the heart behind community service. And so today, we have been able to hear your heart. We've been able to hear that you are hometown, homegrown young man that have, chosen to stay in Zion and serve, your community the great way that you're doing. I just want you to take some time now to just look into the camera and just kind of, imagine, what it's like when people see a police officer, they get nervous.
Yes.
An average person, they see a squad car coming up behind them, they're nervous.
Yeah.
But help them understand what's inside that squad car and who that officer is and what we have in our officer, Matt Thornton, here in Zion.
You want me looking at?
Yes.
Yes, I'll be glad to. What I want people to know about me being as an officer, I want people to relax when I'm around. If people shouldn't tense up when they see me coming. I want them to feel safe. That's really what the whole principle of being a protector is.
Yes.
I want to let everybody know that I would willingly lay my life down. I love everybody here, and that's why I'm in this community. That's why I'm never going far. I shop here. I stay around here. I love the people in Zion, and I will willingly protect you, lay down your life, or excuse me, lay down my life to protect you.
That's right.
And I just want you to feel like that you can feel that love and give some back and work together.
That's right.
The division is never going to get anything accomplished. I think the division is so negative. We need to come together as a community.
That's
Zion,
right.
That's what we need.
And I believe, Matt, that it will happen because one of the organizations that I'm a part of, my Rotary Club, our motto is service above self.
Yes.
And, and that is what you are describing, that you're willing to put that service in to, help others be safe, help others have a quality of life that they deserve. And, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of you being a shining star. Because you are making a way for others by letting them know that it's more to life than anything that they can get caught up in. It's a better day tomorrow. And, you are a perfect example. Here you were working in that chemical plant, and now here you are, a wonderful part of the Zion community, helping us make our city a better place. So I want to thank you for that. I want to also just let you know that, we're going to be praying for you and your program, the Our Father's Ministry. I'm hoping to get some more volunteers so that we can get more meals and more volunteers. Because as you continue to grow 70 plus, we want to see that continue to be a great thing because the youth is our future. That's our, that's who we are making things better for now. So I want to tell you, good job. And I want to tell you that we'll be praying for you, and we don't want to see you lay your life down. We want to see you be safe and do a great job, and we want to see things get better all around, so that
Absolutely.
Because again, it's awesome what you do, and it's awesome what police officers across this nation having the great opportunity to protect, to serve, and to bring about the peace. That's what we want. And so I want to thank you, from the bottom of my heart for, not knowing what tomorrow holds, but knowing who holds tomorrow.
Yes.
And then knowing that you are on your assignment about your Father's business, being an outstanding police officer, being an upstanding person for the youth. So thank you again for your time today. I appreciate you. And
I'm honored.
Thank you for letting everyone hear your heart. Okay. And this is Shantal Taylor, signing off from another episode of Shining Stars with our special guest today, Zion Police Officer Matt Thornton. And thank you.